So yo, what's up? I'm comedian Kevin Spencer. You watching Eddie G TV.
Yo, Eddie G TV.
Eddie G TV.
You're watching
Eddie G TV.
Eddie G TV.
You're not tuned into
Eddie G TV.
Eddie G TV.
You're tuned into Eddie G TV.
You don't fuck with Eddie G TV. Get him the fuck out of here.
Okay! Okay, so how did it feel to roast Wildridge tonight?
You know what? Roasted Wildridge without a little drunk right now. I haven't been too much to drink, but Wildridge was tough to roast. Honestly, he's a good dude, you know, like, he really promotes himself well. So, like, it was pretty good here. I liked it. I had a good time. I enjoyed myself, so it was nice to have absence. So.
Okay, so how did you get started in doing stand-up?
Actually, I used to rap years ago, and
Okay.
then what happened was I used to book shows at a place called Wumps in Jackson Square. It's down the Anchor Bar. And bands used to go off, and my buddy always said, you should do comedy, like you should go up between sets and stuff. So I would go up and maybe do like 3-4 minutes, and everyone liked my comedy, and I was actually better at comedy than I was at hip-hop, so I stuck to comedy, so I'm doing comedy now for like 6 years. So.
Okay, so what is some main differences on writing for rap and writing for comedy?
To be honest with you, I enjoy writing hip-hop a lot better. The thing with comedy is, what I always tell people is if you're doing music and you're bad, and you're on stage, if someone says something about you or anything, you can't hear them because you got the music behind you. When you're doing comedy, you can hear a pin drop. So if you hear one person say something, that can fill a whole set. So it's a bit tougher.
Okay, so me, like I got a lot of people like laughing, like just who I am, and like I get people laughing, but I want to try out comedy. So somebody that's naturally funny, what would you say to them? Like, how would they get into doing stand-up?
If you want to start doing comedy, you want to actually get into it, all you need is 5 minutes. And speak from life. Like, I tell life stories, stuff that's happened in life.
Yeah.
So you speak from the heart. If you got like 5 minutes, that's how you usually get started on like open mics and stuff like that. And then you build from there. You do like you do your same set. Once you got that down pat, then you add to it. It's like Lego. You're building blocks. So you keep on, then you add to your set. So you go from 5 minutes to like where like someone like Chris Rock or something that can go like for an hour. So you gotta get up to that level. So that's how you do it. You build it up. Now I usually go for like 20 to 30 minutes now. So I like advance it.
So it's about talking about life. Like sometimes I talk about eating ass. Like I'm serious. Cause like, you know, if the road is paved, it's not a dirt road, I go down it. I'm talking real shit, but I got people laughing. Like, how do I convert that to like comedy?
You speak from see, you had an experience where you're with a woman and you're like, yo, I'm gonna eat your ass. You talk from her reaction. Was her reaction positive? Was her reaction negative? Me personally, I'm engaged now, so I can't be going up to random girls and saying I eat your ass. But normally, yo, speak from that. Speak from their point of view on what they say to you, and you can build a story around that.
Cause I find like, I don't know if you agree with this, if you know, but like in my early 20s, I messed around with a lot of older women, and they'd tell me like, oh, you know, you're not eating the ass right, or you're not eating the pussy right, and they would guide you like.
That's because they're older, they've had a lot more experience. See me, before my fiance, I never was with a girl like over 25. I didn't know those women existed. And now my fiance is 32, so now it's like, I'm a little bit more experienced than her, so we're kind of like evened out, you know what I mean?
So do you eat her ass?
I fucking do not eat, it's always something, you know, to each his own, but I do not eat my fiance's ass.
What if she's straight at the shower? Straight at the shower. She's cleaned that up and it's nice, and you know, she trimmed it up and
I will
everything.
put the offer on the table.
Okay.
I don't know if she would accept the offer, but I can always put it out there. There's no negotiations. Relationships are like in business, and negotiations.
Okay, so when you talk about life and like comedy, you incorporate like other like obviously you incorporate things that happen in your own life.
Yes.
But you watch out for like what happens in other people's life and to kind of like incorporate that into your comedy.
Yeah, and of course, like living in Hamilton, like I got a lot to build off of, right? Like you see stuff every day. Like the city's not the greatest, you know. So it's pretty easy. If I lived in a city that everyone was happy, like a small town or something, I'd probably never be a comedian, to be honest with you.
Okay. So what would you say to up and coming comedians for advice?
What you gotta do is perform as much as you can. as many times as possible. Because that old saying, practice makes perfect, is absolutely true. The more you do it, the more you know it. If you do a show and then you're like, oh, you know what? It's January. I'm gonna perform again in April or May. That deal. You lose the momentum. You just gotta keep on building it. You know what I mean?
Okay. So somebody that's naturally funny, do you think everybody that's naturally funny could do stand-up, or do you think there's like a fine line?
No, because sometimes if you're naturally funny, it depends on the situation. If you're around a group of friends and someone says something and you like play off of that, if you're doing a show and you're on stage, you can't play off of any random situation because there's nothing happening. So if some people that are naturally funny, yeah, they build off of that, they can do stuff. But normally you would have to have set stuff.
So that's where I feel nervous. I feel like I can just do stuff naturally as they come up, but I think you're right. Like, I couldn't keep that going for a long period of time. Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes set, I could probably do something nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yo, if you ever want to actually, like, you know, if you ever want to do comedy, yo, hit me up. I'll help you.
Oh, for sure.
I'm always down to help people I know.
For sure. So, we're at a rap show right now. Who are some guys in the city that you fuck with?
Yo, like artists in the city wise, one of my good, like, he's probably my top 5 best shots, like Ross Burns.
Definitely.
Ross is like one of my like favorite dudes in general.
Been on more bills than the Queen.
Wildridge is pretty cool. I like Wildridge. Detox, I've known Detox since like 10 years.
Yeah.
I love RK. I think RK is like one of the dopest rappers ever. Like, you know, and
Definitely super barred out.
who else would I say? Toxic's pretty good. And that's as far as like local hip hop. I'd have to think. I have to sit down, but that's who I like. Who I would actually say like, yo, I'm a fan of.
So you know how like rappers do a battle rap?
Yeah.
Like, would you be interested in doing like comedy battle?
I would. I want it to be like a comedy tournament type deal. Like,
Almost like you're roasting each other.
Yeah, kind of where like you get like maybe like 8 comedians or 16 comedians, and you go build like a whole bracket, and you build it up, and then like the winner gets something. I want to actually do something like that. That was like a goal for New Year. Like I want to do it.
Dope.
That'd be a cool idea. But you know, to get the comedians in the city to actually do it is another thing.
Okay. We're on the spot right now.
So you know why? Because I beat them all.
We're on the spot right now.
Yeah.
Make the Eddie G TV viewers laugh on something right now.
Yo, you know what I'll tell you? It's my oldest joke. It's a joke I've had since I started doing comedy. It's what actually made me do comedy. It's a true story. You know how Hamilton has a lot of hookers, right? We're famous for that. I was coming with Big B in the corner of Barton and Sanford one night, and this hooker came up to me, and she looked like she's probably like 55 years old, like she should retire in 1997. And I feel bad for older hookers because there's nothing to fall back on.
She had white marks on her face like Sherry got nutted on?
Oh, yeah.
Like Sherry got nutted on?
Yeah. And she, you know, the old hookers, I feel bad because there's no RSPs, nothing to fall back on except some old mattress in an alley. So I looked at the hooker, she asked for a date, and that's what they call it, a date. And I knew instantly when the fuck would I take her, you know? So I was trying to be polite, so I told her I was gay. And she said, oh, good for you, son, and asked me how long I known I was gay. I said 10 seconds. I was like, as soon as I saw you, I was like, I need a dick. That's my oldest joke. I've used that hooker joke forever. And it works better actually in other cities now. People know Hamilton. So yeah.
So some of these hookers, like sometimes they approach you, you're by yourself. They say they lower it down to $10. Have you ever just paid the $10 and got on?
If they lowered it to $4.50 maybe.
$4.50?
Yeah, I'm a negotiator.
Okay.
$4.50, you got a deal, but not $10. That's Ross Burns' tin money. I don't got that. Like, $4.50, I'll throw it out.
$4.50.
$4.50. I'll be like, yeah, okay.
Does she have to have 2 toonies?
No, I accept loonies.
Okay.
The laundry machine in my building takes loonies, so yeah, I take loonies.
Okay.
No discriminating.
So how important do you think hookers are to like society?
They serve a purpose. It's the oldest profession, right?
Right.
They serve a job. There's people out there that can't talk to women, so hey, you got fucking Thelma, who's a hooker, you just do her thing, you know? So they do serve a purpose, so I think they're important. They're no less important than teachers. I think that's wrong, but whatever. I said it. So.
Okay. So what advice would you give to up and coming hookers?
Get the money early. Don't get the I'll pay later. And build up your bank account. Because the game can be unkind. And you don't want to be 55 years old asking me if I want to date. Because I'll tell you I'm gay. That's pretty much the logic behind that. Get all the money before you're 35.
I just tell them, like, you don't make my dick hard.
I like that we're giving them.
Straight up, like, I like to be real with people.
True.
I'm like, you don't make my dick hard.
True. No amount of Viagra in the world will cure this problem right now. That's what you should say.
Okay.
That's a polite way. And I endorse Viagra. Maybe they'll give me like throw some money away for that, you know?
Right. Okay. So is there any last things you'd like to say to the people before we head out?
Yeah, just, I'm going to do a lot more comedy in the new year. I do a lot of shows now, but just, check me out as much as you can. Kevin Spencer. If you type my name in, I'm easily to find, right? And yeah, just I'm glad you watched this. I've watched AG TV for like a long time. I think I've seen every episode. So I really love the ones you do with Scott Free. I like.
Yeah.
So yeah, just check me out. Keep watching AG TV, and yeah, thank you. Peace out.